Okay, so we're talking about chapters 1 through 3, right? And we're talking about the characters and who we've met in the story so far, and also some character traits and like how we would describe them. So who are some characters that who have we met so far in the story?
So I'm gonna just
Grab a pen real quick.
we've met Coco, which is algebra for grammar.
That's right.
Mimi, Mom, Jojo, teacher, I don't. We met Chuck, and if there's any more that I missed,
So for sure we've met Kokum, which is another name for their grandma. Mimi, which is obviously Mom, Jojo, and Fern, right? And we just recently met Chuck. Susan was mentioned, right? But no, not yet. That might have been in chapter 4 because I did read up to chapter 4, so that might be a little early. And then the teacher, obviously, right?
Yeah. And then Ferris.
And Ferris, yes. Okay, so what are some characteristics we would use to describe JoJo? And why? I want some examples. Mischievous? Why do you say mischievous?
Yeah. Like in one part she was as hiding in the closet and eating candy.
That's true. Yeah, she was hiding in the
She
closet.
wasn't allowed to.
That's true. That's
She
true.
digs in the pocket to look for her kitty.
That's true. She definitely does that too. Any other reasons you think she's mischievous?
She's been cutting off all the toes of her socks.
That's true. She did it. She had a good reason for it too, right? What was the reason for doing that?
Because she's making a Mother's Day present out of all the toes. And she's also using the socks to sleep at night.
And they're what?
Like she calls them night socks.
Right, exactly. Okay, so I made some little cards, and I was going to see if you guys could help me put them either on the setting side. What's a couple of I haven't asked you this yet. What's a couple places where the story's taken place so far? School. Home, right? I think that's the only places so far. So I'm going to, and we only have mischievous, but we can add some more character traits as I show you guys these cards and you can help me decide. So I pulled a couple examples from the books and made these little cards. So JoJo tells us that she likes to make people laugh. Right?
Yeah.
What, do you think that's a character trait or a setting?
It has an eye.
And if she likes to make people laugh, good job. Okay, so another one is JoJo. JoJo spends time with her cat Mimi at home. It is a setting, it's home.
And friends, it might be helpful while this is happening maybe to close your books just so that you can be able to read all, you can be able to see all of the cards. So Claire, let's close it just so you can see all the cards and get a little piece of paper too.
And what does this say about, does this say anything about who Mimi is as a friend? She likes to spend time with her friends, right? I would say, in my opinion, that's caring. That she cares about her friends, spending time with them. JoJo talks to her Kokum about how to be a good friend. Do you remember where she does that at? At home? In bed? Ready for bed? While they're getting ready for bed? JoJo imagines silly things that make her laugh.
That's another one.
Another one that makes her funny. JoJo wonders if her best friend still likes her. Worries? JoJo plays with Mimi in her house.
Oh, house.
And then JoJo talks about her teacher and her classmates. Jojo feels nervous about friendships. Okay, so yes, for Jojo, spending time with her cat, Mimi, and at home, Mimi, I had the character trait as caring, and then the setting was at home, because she usually, if she's not sneaking it to school, spends time with her cat at home, right? Jojo tells her she likes to make people laugh. I put that makes her funny. She likes to make people laugh. Jojo imagines silly things that make her laugh. That makes her imaginative or playful. She's good at using her imagination. What were you going to say?
Yeah, and also this, and also another one for that.
Mischievous. That was a really good word for that. I agree.
And another one for funny.
Another one for funny. Yep. Jojo talks to her Kokom about how to be a good friend. I put for that, which I didn't write down, I put that made her thoughtful because she was thinking about how she could be a good friend and talking to somebody about it, and friendly. Jojo plays with Mimi at her house. That's of course under setting. And then the trait is loving. She likes to show love to her kitty cat and to her friends and people that she cares about. Jojo wonders if her best friend still likes her. We did put this one down. We put worried and thoughtful, which I didn't write down, but I touched on that one in another one. And then Jojo feels nervous about friendships, again, worried and thoughtful. And then Jojo talks about her teacher and classmates. That happens at school. And then another trait I put for that is social. She's not super shy all the time. She's pretty social. Does anyone else have anything to add on any of that?
So friends, do you agree with all the character traits of mischievous, funny, worried or nervous, thoughtful, and social for Jojo? Would you add anything else?
Anything to add? We got the two settings pretty good. We have school and home, right?
I'd be curious, now that we've come up with this list of character traits, I'd be curious to think about maybe Morgan, you're doing this, maybe another character that we could describe and ask the friends what they would describe. Like, what words would you use to describe Kokom? In the last chapter, her and Jojo were having this really nice talk with each other. What word would you use to describe Kokom, her grandma? What do you think? Nice. Why would you say she's nice? Gosh, so in that part in the story, Jojo's feeling kind of worried. What is she worried about at that part in the story? Why is she so worried?
Because it says they used to be best friends.
So she's worried because she had a best friend, Fern, and Fern has started lately doing something to her that has made her really worried. What has she been doing? Remember? Fern she's been saying that she does not maybe want to sit with her at lunch, right? So she's not been sitting with her at lunch, and she's starting to get worried because making friends feels really hard. Has making friends ever felt hard for anyone else here? Actually, me. Even grown-ups have that same thing. So Kokom is trying to help her by saying things like she will meet friends, and she's trying to give her some advice. So Kokom, when you say she's being really nice, does she listen to Jojo? So she listens to Jojo, and she's trying to give her some advice. So when we're thinking about our character traits, it's helpful, just like what Morgan was showing you, to think about some action or something that the character said or did, and then that kind of proves to you that that's a good describing word for that character. Okay. I'm sorry, Morgan. Keep going.
No, that was great.
Take over.
That's basically what I had. That was great.
Awesome.
Do you guys want to cover another character? Who's another character in the book that we could talk about? Mimi. She's a little bit different than all the other characters.
Ooh, how would we describe Mimi so far in the story?
Meow.
Maybe loud. Has a lot to say.
She's loud. What does she do in the very, very beginning of the book when Jojo tries to say good morning to her and pet her and stuff? What does she do? She's so excited to see Mimi, but what does Mimi do? She ignores him. She's like, she walks away.
That's true.
She can be standoffish sometimes. Busy. Maybe she was like, oh, it's morning. I need to go to the bathroom and find my food.
Yeah, I might say that. It's like, how would you describe that when like she's kind of ignoring JoJo a little bit? She has kind of her own personality. Do anyone know any describing words that you would use? Any ideas that you would use for Mimi? Maybe like, do you think she might be like bossy or independent? Ooh, that's a
a
word
good
actually.
one.
That's actually a word that I might use.
Independent. I like that one.
Indifferent is another good one.
You could, sometimes when you say those, like stay away and be quiet, you think shy, but I wouldn't necessarily call Mimi shy. Would you guys call her shy?
Scared?
You're just scared.
Sometimes cats just hide away when they're scared.